Hook, the version of you that's waiting, there's a version of you that already exists. A version that is calmer under pressure, more disciplined when it matters, more confident in silence, more aligned with purpose, not approval. That version of you is not a fantasy. It's not reserved for someday. It's not locked behind luck, talent, or perfect circumstances. It's waiting quietly on the other side of your daily habits. Because the truth is this: you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And today we're not talking about overnight transformation. We're talking about identity level change. The kind that rewires how you think, act, and show up in the world. These are not trendy habits. They are not shortcuts. They are the 5 habits that shape your best version, whether you choose them consciously or not. So if you're ready to stop feeling stuck, if you're tired of knowing what to do but not doing it, if you feel like you're capable of more but don't know how to unlock it, this is where it begins. Habit 1. Take radical responsibility for your life. Your best version begins the moment excuses end. Not because life is fair. Not because everything is your fault. But because everything in your control is your responsibility. Most people delay their growth waiting for motivation, better timing, more confidence, someone else to change. Your best version doesn't wait. It understands something most people resist. You may not be responsible for what happened to you, but you are responsible for what happens next. Radical responsibility means you stop blaming circumstances. You stop outsourcing your power. You stop telling yourself stories that keep you small. It's uncomfortable at first, because responsibility removes the comfort of excuses. But it gives you something far more powerful: control. When you take responsibility, you stop reacting and start choosing. You stop surviving and start designing. You stop hoping and start acting. Your best version doesn't ask, "Why me?" It asks, "What now?" And that single shift changes everything. Habit 2. Master your morning before the world touches you. Your day doesn't begin when you wake up. It begins with what you give your attention to first. Most people wake up and immediately check their phone, absorb stress, react to notifications, let the world decide their mood. Your best version does the opposite. It protects the morning like sacred ground, because mornings shape identity. You don't need a perfect routine. You need an intentional one. This habit isn't about productivity. It's about self-respect. Your best version asks, "How do I want to feel today? Who do I need to be today?" And then acts accordingly. That might look like silence before stimulation, movement before media, purpose before pressure. When you win the morning, you win momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds consistency. Consistency builds your best version, not in a day, but over time. Habit 3. Do the hard things even when no one is watching. This is where most people fall off, because motivation fades, but habits remain. Your best version is built in moments of resistance. Moments when you don't feel like it, no one is applauding, results aren't immediate, quitting feels justified. Discipline is not punishment, it's self-trust in action. And here's the secret most people miss. Confidence doesn't come from success, it comes from keeping promises to yourself. Your best version doesn't rely on motivation, it relies on standards. It doesn't ask, "Do I feel like it?" That question changes behavior. Do the workout when you're tired. Have the conversation you're avoiding. Start before you feel ready. Finish what you said you would, not because it's easy, but because future you is watching. Habit 4. Control your inner dialogue. You speak to yourself more than anyone else ever will, and that voice shapes your reality. Your best version is not free from doubt. It's free from self-betrayal. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. When you fail, you're tired, you make a mistake, things don't go as planned, most people become their own enemy in these moments. Your best version becomes its own coach. That doesn't mean toxic positivity. It means honest encouragement. Instead of, "I'm not good enough," try, "I'm learning." Instead of, "I always mess this up," try, "This is feedback, not a verdict." Your inner dialogue determines your resilience. Your confidence, your willingness to try again change the conversation, and you change the outcome. Habit 5. Build a life around alignment, not approval. This is the habit that separates a good life from a meaningful one. Your best version doesn't live for validation. It lives from values. Approval is addictive. It keeps you performing instead of becoming. Alignment asks harder questions. Is this true to me? Does this cost me my peace? Am I choosing this or fearing something else? When you live in alignment, you say no without guilt. You stop shrinking to fit. You stop chasing what looks good and choose what feels right. Your best version understands. Not everyone will understand your path. Not everyone will support your growth. Not everyone needs access to you. And that's okay. Because peace is the reward for alignment. The truth about becoming your best version, there is no finish line. Your best version is not a destination, it's a direction. Some days you'll feel powerful. Some days you'll feel behind. Both are part of the process. Progress isn't loud, it's quiet. It's built in habits no one sees. And one day you look back and realize you didn't to become your best version overnight. You became it one choice at a time. Closing, a final reminder: you don't need to change everything today. You need to change one habit and commit to it. Your future self is not asking for perfection. It's asking for consistency. Start where you are. Use what you have. Become who you're capable of being. Because your best version isn't waiting for permission. It's waiting for action.